Tel Lachish is an archaeological site located between the Mediterranean coast and Mount Hebron. Lachish is one of the most important cities of the southern kingdom. It was besieged and destroyed by the Assyrians. Today, Jeff Zaremski is going to share with us important details of this dramatic event.
Sennacherib and the Assyrians, they have this entire city surrounded, laying siege to it for quite some time. There's a well inside, so they've got a water source, they got the strong walls, the fortified walls, the steep slope, but the Assyrians build a ramp, and they're able to break in and get in and take the city eventually. This put Hezekiah in a very precarious position, because now the Assyrians, who come from the east and then came over through the north, conquering all that area and many other countries, then they conquer northern Israel just a few years before this, and take them captive, take most of the people and disperse them of the 10 tribes. And then they come down to the western side and start coming south of Jerusalem on the western side down to Lachish, and now taking this city, which basically stops any help that might come from Egypt or any escape route, or just basically Jerusalem, the entire country around Jerusalem is filled with Assyrians. And so they're surrounded basically by the Assyrian army, and they're trapped. And that's how Sennacherib describes Hezekiah as a trapped bird in a cage in his city in Jerusalem. Here in Jerusalem, inside the Israel Museum, is a huge relief depicting the destruction of Lachish in detail. This is the replica. The much larger original is in a museum in England. What is interesting is, why would an Assyrian king commission a huge relief like this of a battle for a city that was not even the capital of the country he was trying to conquer? The answer is in the Bible. King Hezekiah had seen what the Assyrians did to the nation of Israel in the north, and what they were doing to the cities of Judah all around Jerusalem, including the second most fortified city of Judah at that time, Lachish. King Hezekiah fortified Jerusalem, even building what became known as the Broad Wall, which is still visible today. He also built a tunnel under the city to bring water from outside to a safe place inside. We're able to walk through that tunnel today, and the water is still flowing through it. Hezekiah even stripped the gold of the doors of the temple and sent the gold to the king of Assyria while he was conquering Lachish. But that was not enough for Sennacherib, king of Assyria. Sennacherib wrote that he had Jerusalem captured like a bird in a cage. He sent messengers from Lachish to Jerusalem with 185,000 soldiers, threatening Hezekiah and the Jewish people, and laid siege to Jerusalem. Hezekiah and the prophet Isaiah prayed about the matter. In the middle of the night, the angel of the Lord went out and killed all the Assyrian army. Sennacherib went home embarrassed and defeated, where he was killed by his sons. That is why there is only a relief of the conquering of the second most fortified city, Lachish, and not one of Jerusalem.